Hello and welcome to part 4 of Let's Play Deathtrap Dungeon. At the end of the last part I was about to turn to paragraph 367 and talk to man. So let's do that now. So I was on this paragraph and I'm about to talk to him and turn to 367. Okay, here we are. He looks at you warily when you tell him you are a contestant in the Trial of Champions. You ask him what he is doing in the tunnels, and he replies rather reluctantly that he is a servant of one of the trial masters, Baron Succumvit's appointed controllers of sections of his dungeon. After chatting for a while, he admits that he would like to escape, but no one is allowed to leave the dungeon in case they reveal the secrets of its construction. He tells you that he hopes one day to bribe his way out, and that for 1 gold piece he will tell you where some treasure is hidden. If you wish to pay for the old man's advice, turn to 244. If you would rather just wish him well and continue west, turn to 109. Okay, we're going to pay for his advice, so turn to 244. Oh, and also deduct 1 from our gold, so we have 2. Well, we did have 3, but now we have 2. Okay. And turn to 244. Here we are. He takes your gold piece and tells you that in a northern tunnel there is a wooden chair carved in the shape of a demon bird. In the arm of the chair is a secret panel which contains a potion in a glass phial. It's a doppelganger potion, if I remember right. Good luck. I hope we meet again outside these infernal tunnels. The man shuffles off and you continue your journey. Turn to 109. I better just write that down. Demon chair thing. Demon bird chair, was it, or something? And then doppelganger. Doppelganger potion. Okay. Okay, so 109. You arrive at another junction in the tunnel. If you wish to keep heading west, turn to 43. If you wish to go north, turn to 24. We're going to go north, turn to 24. Just before I read that, what's my health situation? I can't remember. 13, and I have 4 provisions left. I'll leave it like that, I think. Okay, set back in an arched alcove in the tunnel wall, you see an ornate wooden chair carved in the shape of a demon-like bird of prey. If you wish to sit in the chair, turn to 324. If you would rather keep going north, turn to 188. Let's have a look at this chair. There we go. Looks more like a dinosaur, a pterodactyl, or a pteranodon, or whatever, rather than a bird of prey. Okay. Anyway, like the old man said, we're going to sit in the chair. So turn to 324. Have you talked to the crippled servant of the trial masters? If you have, turn to 256. If you have not, turn to 79. We did talk to him, so turn to 256. Pardon me. Right. Remembering the old man's advice, you search the arm of the chair for a secret panel. You find an almost invisible crack in the arm which you start to press and squeeze. Suddenly, a tiny panel springs out of the arm and you see a glass phial lying in a cavity. You pick it out and read the label. Doppelganger potion, 1 dose only. This liquid will make you assume the shape of any nearby living being. You place the strange potion in your backpack and continue north. Turn to 188. Okay, so we now have the doppelganger potion. So let's write that down. Or rather type it down. Or rather type it in. Anyway, turn to 188. Here we go. The tunnel starts to slope downwards and finally comes to an end at a deep pool enclosed by the tunnel wall. If you can remember the Spirit Girl's poem, turn to 155. If you have not seen the Spirit Girl, turn to 224. Okay, did we see something like that? Was that it? Don't retreat from water, jump straight in. Was that the? I can't remember if that was. It was a couple of videos. It was a couple of videos ago. I'm assuming it is because the tunnel starts to slip down and finally comes to an end at a deep pool enclosed by the tunnel wall. Yeah, because that was something to do with don't retreat from water, jump straight in. So this will be it. That applies to this paragraph. Okay, so we have remembered the Spirit Girl's poem. Turn to 155. Okay. The words of her poem flash through your mind. When corridor doth water meet, do not make a quick retreat. Of course, it is here that she wants you to dive into the water. Now you must decide what to do. If you wish to dive into the water, turn to 378. If you would rather walk back down the tunnel, turn to 322. Okay, we're going to dive into the water, of course. We're going to follow the Spirit Girl's advice and turn to 378. Somewhat nervously, you take a deep breath and dive into the dark pool. The northern wall does not project very far beneath the surface of the water, and you decide to take the risk and swim under it. You soon start gasping for air and are forced to swim upwards. You try not to think that you may be trapped in an old submerged tunnel and are very relieved when you surface into cool air. You are on the other side of the wall and can see the tunnel rising out of the water and continuing north into the distance. You wade out of the water and check the contents of your wet backpack. Test your luck. If you are lucky, turn to 112. If you are unlucky, turn to 209. Okay. We have to test our luck. So 2 dice, and it has to be... What's our luck at the moment? Luck's 11, so we have a pretty strong chance. We have 35 out of 36 chance of succeeding here. I like those odds. So let's do that now. Pardon me. What are we doing? Yeah, the dice program. Alright, put it on 2 dice, and they're 6-sided dice, so they're cubic. Okay, here we go. And we get an 8. I'll just get rid of the buzzing there. Okay, so 8 is less than 11, so we were lucky, but we have to put our luck score down to 10 because we've used a luck point. And we were lucky, so turn to 112. Okay, 112. Apart from 2 portions of your provisions which were saturated and are now inedible, all your other possessions remain intact. You repack them carefully inside your backpack and set off north again. Okay, so we have to subtract 2 provisions, unfortunately, which is annoying. So we're down to 2, but I think if you're unlucky, you have to lose an item or something like that. So you have to lose something that you've picked up. You have to pick an item and lose it, I think. Something like that. Anyway, 356 is where we're going next. There is an opening on the left-hand side of the tunnel wall. You are standing at the entrance of a large cavern from which you hear a girl's voice crying for help. You can just make out the shape of a human figure rolling about on the floor at the back of the cavern. If you wish to enter the cavern and investigate, turn to 170. If you would rather continue north along the tunnel, turn to 192. Okay, we're going to investigate, so we're going to turn to 170. Here we go. Nope. Yes, maybe. Oh, that is irritating. It's missing out a... Why is it always like this? It's missing out a page again. That is annoying. I don't know what to do now. It's missing out a page. It's missing out 169 and 170, isn't it? Might be at the bottom. We'll try that. No, it's not at the bottom. That is annoying. That's the trouble with having these PDF files. I mean, if they're going to scan the whole book, I mean, do it properly. Okay. Is it at the start or something? Maybe they put it in the wrong order. Sometimes they do that. No, it doesn't look good. They're missing out two paragraphs. Is it at the start or something? No, that'd be too easy. Okay, okay, well, we'll have to find the paragraph that comes after this one. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll have to just go through them all and then find it. I'll try to find out online. I'll pause the recording and find out online what happens, and then I'll unpause the recording and then tell you what happens, and then just go to the next paragraph that was afterwards. So I will be back very shortly. Okay, I'm back. I did search through the other PDF version of this book that I have, but paragraph 170 was missing on that one as well, so that was no help whatsoever. So I ended up searching online, and I learnt that the paragraph we're supposed to go to after 170 is 281. Apparently on 170, we learned that the screams or the cries were actually from an elf woman, and that was the elf woman who was a contestant at the start of the book, one of the other contestants in the Trial of Champions, and she needs rescuing, and we choose to rescue her. I don't think there was a dice roll involved. There might have been a choice about whether to rescue her or not, I don't know, but all I know is that the screams were coming from the elf woman who was a contestant at the start of the book, and we choose to rescue her. Yeah, I downloaded all these PDFs, and they were obviously scanned by other people, and then someone collected them all together. So I have to rely on the fact that they did it properly, but obviously they didn't in this instance. I think there was a book I did before, some videos I made before, and there was a missing page, and it was actually at the end of the book. That's why I thought it might be at the end of the book or at the start of the book, but it wasn't. Although what is at the end of the book, they did bother to scan this, which is very helpful. 2 blank pages, so they scanned that, but they missed out a page. So thanks for that to whoever scanned this. I do have this book, but it's in the garage in a box of other books, buried underneath boxes of games, and you know, I really I'm not inclined to find it right now, to be honest. Anyway, so paragraph 281, we chose to help her, the elf woman contestant, and here we go, paragraph 281. With one swipe of your trusty blade, you behead the boa constrictor. You uncoil its massive body from around the elf and try to resuscitate her. Her eyes are open a little, but you can see that there is no hope. She looks at you and smiles, then says in a whisper, "Thank you, I know it's too late for me, but I will tell you what I have learned. Your way out lies ahead, but you need gems to unlock the final door. One of them is a diamond, but I do not know what the others are. Alas, I have not found a diamond, but would urge you to look for one. Good luck." Her eyes close and she slumps down onto the cold floor. You watch sadly as she breathes her last. Knowing she would not mind, you take 2 of her daggers and search her leather backpack. Inside you find some unleavened bread, a mirror and a bone charm in the shape of a monkey. If you wish to eat the bread, turn to 399. If you would rather just take the mirror and charm and return to the tunnel to head north, turn to 192. Okay. Okay, we're going to take the mirror, the bone charm, and the daggers. So we're going to write that down. So mirror, bone charm. I'll put bracket monkey and 2 daggers. Okay, that's that done. And then I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat the bread. So turn to 399. Here we go. The bread contains secret elven healing herbs. Add 3 stamina points. Feeling sad yet strong, you pack away the mirror and the charm and leave the cavern to head north. Turn to 192. Okay, so we've got 3 stamina points from that. That's quite good. So up to 16 now. Good. Lovely. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Turn to 192. Walking along the tunnel, you notice an iron grill in the floor. If you wish to stop and lift it up, turn to 120. If you prefer to keep walking, turn to 292. We're going to lift the grill. So turn to 120. Lying in a hole about a metre deep, you see a grappling iron and a leather pouch. If you wish to reach down for them, turn to 228. If you would rather ignore them and continue north, turn to 292. We're going to reach down, 228. Pardon me. You reach down into the hole. Suddenly your blood runs cold as you feel something warm and sticky wrapping itself around your arm. You manage to pull your arm out of the hole, but a hideous tentacled limb with unbelievably strong suckers is clinging to your arm. By the time you manage to cut yourself free, your arm is trembling with pain. Test your luck. If you're lucky, turn to 150. If you're unlucky, turn to 33. Okay, we're going to have to be lucky again, I hope. What's our luck points? 10. Right, this should be okay. Okay, so 2 dice, we need it less than or equal to 10. And we get 6, good. Get rid of the buzzing, and we need to take off a luck point. And we were lucky because we got the 6. So we're lucky, so let's go to 150. Having had the sense not to put your sword arm into the hole, the effects of the tentacled arm are not too serious. Lose 1 skill point. You reach back into the hole and pull out the grappling iron and the leather pouch. Inside the pouch you find a tiny brass bell. You pack away your new possessions and continue north. Okay, grappling iron and brass bell. And brass bell. And we've also we've also lost another skill point, so we're down to 7. Good job I didn't use that skill potion yet. Okay, so 292. A door comes into view in the left-hand wall of the tunnel. You listen carefully at the door but hear nothing. The door is not locked and the handle turns easily. If you wish to open the door, turn to 93. If you'd rather keep walking along the tunnel, turn to 230. And we're going to keep walking, so turn to 230. I mean, that's the sort of thing you only know to do. You only know to keep walking because you've done the book before, like I have. Okay, here we go. The tunnel starts to widen, and ahead you see it open into a huge cavern from where you can hear the sound of many high-pitched voices. You creep up to the entrance and take a look inside. There are about 20 tiny people with long noses and ears running in a circle around a large golden effigy. Will you walk up and talk to them? Turn to 88. Try to creep past them. Turn to 5. Or drink a doppelganger potion if you have one. Turn to 385. We do have one, so we're going to do that. 385. You pour the contents of the glass phial into your mouth and swallow the clear liquid. Although you do not feel any immediate change, you hope that the potion will create the illusion that you are a troglodyte, just like the ones in front of you. Taking a deep breath, you step boldly into the cavern. The troglodytes continue their tribal dance, believing you to be one of them. You walk past them casually and head north. Unfortunately, the effects of the potion are short-lived. Suddenly you hear a shriek behind you as one of the troglodytes spots you, and you are forced to run across the cavern floor. Ahead you see an underground river running east to west through the cavern and a wooden bridge crossing over it. If you wish to run over the bridge, turn to 318. If you wish to dive into the river, turn to 47. Run over the bridge, turn to 318. Alright, last paragraph, then I better call it a day. 318. After crossing the bridge, you run across the cavern floor. At last you see a tunnel in the far wall, which you race down until you reach its end at a heavy wooden door. The door is locked. If you have an iron key, turn to 86. If you do not have a key, turn to 276. Well, I can't end on that, can I? Do I have an iron key? I do have an iron key, there it is. I've used the doppelganger potion as well. So I'll just use the iron key, and then I'll end the video. Iron key 86. The key turns in the lock and the door opens into a four-way intersection of the tunnel. There is nothing to be seen either to east or to west apart from the now familiar ceiling crystals giving off their dim light. Suddenly you hear a voice calling you. This way, you are on the right track. It seems to be coming from somewhere directly ahead of you. Your curiosity gets the better of you and you decide to walk towards the beckoning voice. Turn to 187. Okay, so next paragraph we're doing is 187, so put that in, and then I've used the iron key and the doppelganger potions, that's the end of them, and skill 7 but stamina 16, still have the skill potion, so yeah, two gold pieces. Haven't fought anything this, I've tested my luck twice, haven't fought anything this video, and luck pointed down to 9. Okay, so next video I'll be going to paragraph 187. I should be able to complete the game book in the next video. So there's not much more left to do. So yeah, so thanks for watching and goodbye.